Okay, so today, in this video, we're going to do a breakdown of the Walther P22. This one has the sort of barrel, and there's maybe one or two little extra steps you got to go through on these, and just the standard ones to get them apart and and back together. So we're going to go over that in this video. And as always, the thing I want to do is safety check it. Nothing in the gun, nothing in the barrel. Okay. And the first thing I want to do, first thing I'm going to do is unscrew your side protector. Take that off. Put that aside. And then next thing you're going to do is you want to drop these little side pins down. So you got to wiggle them back and forth and push them down. But they'll lock down like that. Excuse me. Next thing you want to do, you're going to pull your slide up. Pull your slide back, up, and then pull it forward. It's going to come out. Don't worry about this little piece here, and that's going to come off if you have a threaded barrel. If you don't, there's nothing to worry about. Okay, so set this stuff aside. So then, as always, you just want to check it over for defects or cracks or anything like that, and you want to clean it. Obviously, when you're cleaning it, check for all that. It looks good. The threads look good. Everything's okay in this one. Okay, so next thing you want to do is you're going to want to get your guide around your spring. There's a couple ways you can do this, depending on what you see and what works best for you. What you can do is you can just there's a little notch right there where that slides into. So what you can do to help that from sliding around, just put my finger there. You can do the same thing if you want. What you can do is you can just kind of slide it in there like so, and then kind of get this, and see it's kind of wiggling around like that. You can kind of just kind of jimmy it, wiggle it up into place, and then you want to pull it back. You'll hear it notch back down, and that's going to be your place. The other way you can do it, I've seen it done, is take it, you can bunch it up like that, and there's a little bit of the guide rod sticking through. Push it, hold the spring back, push it through with your thumb, and kind of hold it there like that. But the downfall is, if you have oily hands from the gun oil and like that, it's going to be hard to hold on to. It's going to slip out your hand, just like I did with mine. So that's one downfall. I see that aspect to do it that way. But it can be done. I think that way is easier when you don't have a sort of barrel, because you have this extra piece you guys slide on there and get in place and whatnot. So back to reassembly. See that little notch right there? I think it's on camera. A little notch right there. Okay. If you look here, see if it come out. I don't want to. It won't. I don't want to take it all the way out, actually. Leave it in there. See if you can see it. See that little notch right there, okay? Now this is going to sit in that notch. You'll know because it won't turn anymore. It's snug by that notch. It's almost like a locking key for, either kind of auto kind of stuff, where there's a little locking key on something. But, then, you want to take your guide rod and spring, slide it into where it needs to go. Like I said, I'm going to hold my finger back on this again for reassembly. Then, I've said before, you're going to take it, kind of wiggle it. You'll see it get into place. Kind of wiggle it around so you get it. You're going to pull it back until it falls down like that. Okay? Then push it forward. Alright, you see how it sounds like it's loose in there? Don't worry, you're okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to lock this back. Make sure this is in the right spot. It's locked in place before you put anything together. Make sure it's locked in place so you know it's in the right spot. See how I just moved it and it fell out? What you want to do, because that, see, has holding out my finger, and because the thread's what pulls it together. So if that's not on, it's not going to hold in place. So you can just pull this off. That's not what you can do. You don't have to put it on right away. You can pull this off and hold on to it. Just push with your finger like that, and take your piece. Remember, make sure that key is facing towards the back. I mean, down, you know, towards the trigger, I guess you can say. Slide it on there. Should all the way down there. No, it's not all the way. It's not fall into place. That's why it's a little bit easier to get it when it's apart and not slide on afterwards. So what I may do is I may take this back apart. There we go. Now we got it. Alright, don't fall back, please. Okay, so now we got it. You want to make sure it's locked in place. See how it's spinning a little bit there? See how you can spin it? So press it back, push it towards the back, and turn it at the same time. You hear it lock into place, and that will lock. And I won't turn it all. Okay. So I'm going to keep it from falling back down. I'll hold my finger right here on the feed ramp. And then take your thread protector. Slide that on. Keep going, keep going. You'll see it go into that secondary sleeve there. See how it screws all the way down? And that's what pulls those together. Kind of pushes that against that little key in there. That's what pulls it. You don't want to crank it down, you just want it snug. Okay? See, now it's all together. It's all nothing loose anymore. And what I'm going to do now, with it locked back, I'm going to push this lock back into place. Which I don't think it'll do it. Maybe it's not all the way down. I did something wrong here. There we go. I don't know why it was hanging up like that. Let's see if I can find out why I was doing that. The functionality is fine. I think what the problem was it wasn't. Where's my phone? A little Sim game. I think what the problem was here was, which is good that it happened on here so you can know for yourself, is that I think this was a little bit pulled up. I think this back part of the slide was a little bit pulled up. It wasn't all the way seated down the rail, so it wasn't sliding freely. So now, if it locks up like that, just press back down a little bit. You know, press it back a little bit and try to press down and get the seat on those rails all the way, and you can lock that back into place. And you'll be okay. But overall, it's a nice gun. Obviously, haven't had the money to get a silencer, you know, things like that for it. So, but overall, I like the gun. It's a fast shooter. It's a good trigger, you know. But that's it. As always, subscribe, like, share, and have fun and be safe.